Dear student, today we are going to study the topic dual slope type A by D converter. Students, after this lecture, you will be able to understand the basic principle of dual slope A by D converter and their advantages. So, let's begin with the topic. In earlier lecture, we had already discussed about various A by D converter techniques in which dual slope A by D converter is most popular technique. It is integrating type ADC. Integrating type ADC means it uses integrated circuit for the conversion. It is depends on the rise time and fall time. Therefore, it is accurate and stable technique, but it has the advantage like its slow speed, so it is very slow in operation. So due to its accuracy and high resolution, it is most widely used in measurement instruments such as digital multimeters, digital voltmeters, panel meters, etc. So this is the basic introduction of the dual slope type A by D converter here. And now in dual slope type A by D converter, this is the basic operation of the slope type A by D converter, in which in this diagram here, this is the dual slope type A by D converter. This integrator generates two different ramp, one with the unknown voltage in analog input, that is V in. This one is the V in, and the another one is the known voltage, that is minus VR. Hence it is called dual slope type A by D converter. So as you can see here in this diagram, this is the uh, dual ramp output waveform. So here this is the fall time and this is the rise time. This is the time period T1, that is fixed time, and this is the time period T2, that is fixed slope. So in this diagram, this V in is connected to the inverting terminal of this integrator. This circuitry is called as ramp generator, or also we can say that this is the integrator. This one is the comparator. This is the clock. This is the AND gate. This is count detector for time T1, and this is the binary counter. It is here we can use 4-bit decade counter. This is the latches and 7-segment decoder. This is the control circuit. So in this circuitry, this VN is connected to the inverting terminal of this integrator, and this integrator, this switch is connected either to V in or either in switch to minus V reference. So here, as you can see here, the output of integrator is connected to the negative terminal of comparator, and the positive terminal of comparator is grounded, and the positive terminal of this integrator is also grounded. Then integrator here, initially when the input of the integrator is connected to V in, this is the analog input, and the comparator, the integrator, now initially when the conversion is start, the integrator integrates in the negative direction. Here the comparator output Vg will be high. Then the clock pulse is applied here through the AND gate. Therefore, the counter starts counting from 0 onwards until its overflow bit will becomes 1. So, when the conversion is start, the output of the integrator will be equal to minus 1 upon RC into V in into integration of dt. So here this one the output of the integrator before time t1, the because we already know that the output of integrator, that is equal to minus 1 upon rc integration of v in into dt. So after time t1, the output of the integrator will becomes Vs equal to minus T1 upon Rc into V in. Here in this diagram, this is the uh, ramp function. So if the output of the integrator goes to the negative direction, it integrates in the negative direction, then this Vs will becomes minus T1 upon Rc into V in. This is the time period T1. So here this is the output of the integrator, and after T1 this is the output of integrator, that is Vs equal to minus T1 upon Rc into V in. Here Rc is the time constant of the integrated circuit. When the counter reaches the fixed count at time period T1, the binary counter gives a signal to the control circuit, which in turn reset the counter to 0 and switches the analog input voltage V into minus VR. So this is the first cycle, and when this will be this integrator now starts with the initial value and increases in the positive direction until it reaches 0 volt. During this time, the counter gets advanced. When Vs reaches to 0 volt, the comparator Vg will becomes 0. So there is no clock pulse is applied through the AND gate. Now the conversion cycle is said to be completed, and the output of integrator after T2 is this. V naught equal to minus T2 upon Rc into minus VR, that this negative terms are cancelled here. So this is equal to T2 upon Rc into VR. Here VR and Rc are constant and time period T2 is variable. So before this time period T2, this output of integrator V not equal to this. So this is equal to minus 1 upon Rc integration of minus V reference into dt. So now the total output voltage across the integrator after T1 and T2 will becomes like this. V naught equal to T1 upon Rc V in plus T2 upon Rc into VR, and that is equal to 0. Why this is equal to 0? Here this is the circuitry output waveform. So here this is the fall time and this is the rise time. So we will add these times, and because again it reaches to 0 volt here, so this is T1 plus T2 will becomes 0. So here this is the total output will becomes 0. Since the ramp generator voltage starts at 0 volt, decreasing down to minus Vs and then increasing up to 0 volt, the magnitude of negative and positive ramp voltage can be equated as follows. So here this is the T1 and this is the output V of time period T1, and this is the output of time period T2. So here these are will be equivalent. So this is equal to T2 equal to T1 into V in upon VR. So this term will be cancelled here, minus negative term, and this RC is also cancelled here. So the remaining part is T2 equal to T1 into V in upon VR. Thus T2 is directly proportional to the analog input voltage. So we can say here, when the input voltage increases, the time period T2 will also increases. So this is the basic function. So the first one cycle is completed when the integrator is going into the negative direction, and then again that is goes into the positive direction. So the conversion cycle will be completed here, and these are the some advantages and disadvantages. The advantages of the this A by D converter is its accuracy is independent of both the capacitance and the clock frequency, because they affect both the upslope and the downslope by the same ratio. This type of converter are having low cost, low sensitivity to noise, etc. But it has a disadvantage. We already discussed that its speed is very slow, and they because of this they are not suitable for signal processing applications on a large number of where a large number of data needs to be required continuously. So these are the advantages and disadvantages of this dual slope type A by D converter. Now in our next lecture we will discuss about many of the uh, A by D conversion techniques. Thank you for watching.